Oh man, I mean, all the time, like, especially for licensing gigs, what they're all about is like they're trying to take what's hot right now and get it for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
They want it as close as possible to the real thing without getting sued.
Mm-hmm.
They want that vibe, they want that bounce, they want, you know, everything to be crispy just like it is. But, you know, some for them. So, you know, Kanye would cost $200,000. We might cost $20,000.
Mm.
So that's a great.
I'll take it. Run that.
And so a lot of times the process for me is just actually, you know, taking whatever record they want, like bringing it in, analyzing it, you know, from tempo wise, drum wise, what type of drum sounds, you know, synths, like you just basically get a good gist of every single thing that's going on in the beat.
Yes and no. Okay, so yes in the fact that they want a directive. Like when you go for an artist placement or you're trying to pitch a record for an artist, you're kind of pitching into the dark space. There's a few times where they say we're looking for, or when they do say we're looking for something specific, that gives you a lane, but still you might play something else that they really love. So it's pitching from a different angle. So when you're going for TV licensing or advertising licensing, they give you specific directions. So specific, they'll give you so specific directions in multiple categories that it confuses you. It's like, yeah, we want it to sound up-tempo and clubbish, but we don't want it to sound like what's contemporary in the club right now. It's like, okay. So when we're pitching the records, we can have a little bit more information to choose from when we actually do it. But then in the end, they tell us to change it like 55 million times. It's like, yeah, we like this, but we don't like that. Take this out, put that back in. Well, can you do it this way and flip it up? So that process takes even longer sometimes. We worked on one that, how long did the Little Genie take?
I mean, it took over a year.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like we weren't working on it for the whole year. They were, you know, fell off the planet for several months. Okay, hey, can you guys change this and add this stuff? Cool. Then they come back, hey, can you change this wrap up and blah, do this? Okay. Now, can you maybe do a little extra on the beat? No, we don't like that anymore. Just keep the beat the same how it was before. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we speed the beat up a little bit? Is that gonna mess with stuff? All right. You know, they're always just like, how can we try that? Can we try that? And your answer is never no. So
No.
Sure. We can do whatever you want to do.
And
It'll sound horrible,
awful,
but
so you
I'll
give
still
it to
do
them
it.
anyway.
I'll still do it.
Yeah.
So you know it sounds horrible.
And the deadlines are pretty serious on the licensing end. Like when they say they need it by bang, they need it by bang. So we've gotten many calls where they need it in 24 or 48 hours. And we both work 9 to 5 jobs. So
Be up late, early.
yeah, late nights and early mornings to get the job done.
What's been your most memorable licensing placement?
Most memorable? There's two for me probably. One was on NBC's Parks and Recreation, the Halloween edition, like 2 years ago or something like that. And I remember just happened to watch that show because I love NBC's Parks and Recreation. And I was watching it with my wife and one of my other homeboys, another producer. And it's nothing like not knowing that your song's gonna come on, and you just happen to be, it's like, whoa, that's my. And Aziz introduces it, and the joint just dropped. I was like, oh, that's crazy. I think I ran around the house like James Brown for at least 25 minutes. But then the other one more recently, one of the memorable ones, was, again, same situation where you don't expect it. Those are my favorite ones. That's how they often happen though, right?
Mm-hmm.
We end up hearing it and that's our record. The Budweiser Made for America campaign for this year. I was on Spotify, working, getting it on, and then I think I was listening to something like Kanye or something, and as soon as Kanye hit, our beat just came in. I was like, oh! And it was a campaign for this year's Made in America, and they rambled off all this stuff. And originally, Kuzi was the voiceover, and I was expecting to hear his voice come on, but they switched that thing up so quick. I was like, they did him dirty, son, they did him dirty.